It's very interesting because everything is online now. We see that people buying houses after watching a live streaming of like the open house tour, and they are actually selling really quick and probably better than offline selling. And now we buy everything online, even though we were doing that before, but not like now. You buy everything online, the groceries and also the car and the houses, all those things that used to be very traditional, now it's all moved online. One thing that is very interesting I wanted to share with you is online clubbing. You know clubbing, like young people go to bars and will be DJ play music. So we had one bar, a very famous one in China. They moved their clubbing online through live streaming, and then they made so much money in one night, and it just shocked everybody. So they just basically tell people that we're going to move our clubbing, our night, crazy party night online. Tune in to this platform and watching us. We will have DJ play music and lights, and just get yourself some beer and let's do this. And they had so many people giving them tributes and money and online coins. They made so much money they don't even have to worry about the quarantine anymore. So like buying houses and online clubbing is something that I find interesting.
So some traditional business will definitely go online, and maybe our behaviors will change for this.
I think it's very important for us to put a perspective in place. Like you can't sit and wait for this storm to be over, because this is going to last for a while. So for us, the best thing to do is to adapt and to think differently and to start doing something by think differently and just start doing something new. Right now in China, we have two kinds of online schools, okay? One is the normal official schools the kids would go to. Now they're using Dingding or Zoom to do their schooling. And another type is, you probably heard that platform called 作业帮. And those are like for tutoring classes, like after school activities or after school homework helping classes. So those are two types of online education platforms.
And do you know how are they working? Is it something it's working pretty well? I mean, are kids entertained? Because this is a very different type of education that we were used to. Kids are not meeting with each other, not meeting with the teacher, and I think also the material used for the classroom needs to be adapted for the online streaming. It needs to be more interactive with kids.
So I think the key for online education is teacher. Like if you have a more active teacher and who are very familiar with the rule of social media, or can create some very interesting subject to talk about, to invite children to participate even without being physically there.
Please tell me, what are your predictions about close future, like next upcoming months, how we have to adapt for this new situation, and then looking more forward in, is this situation gonna change the way we work and live, because people will change their behaviors, like you mentioned, buying a lot of stuff online or online education. What else?
I think for businesses, it's very important to adapt, to swift to social media. You see, Facebook, Instagram, the new tool called TikTok, those tools are all free. YouTube, all free. And maybe before you don't think you need them that much, but right now is the best time to develop a sense of social media and also online promotion. Otherwise, your business will facing very big challenge. Like what we are doing is that we open our video channel on YouTube. We're thinking about doing live streaming on Facebook. We are registering on TikTok because that's a new trend. And also we're doing all kinds of video online tutorials, trying to get the relationship going, because if you wanted to wait till the storm is over and the customer comes back, then you're going to have a nightmare. So for business, I think it's very important for you to open your arms and embrace social media in a totally different level.
What are your predictions? Which business will go down? Which business will grow in this new situation?
For me, I think that hospitality will have a really bad time recovering, and also the food industry, especially for restaurants and those. But we also have something called the retaliatory consumption, meaning that, like, I have been in lockdown. If I have been in lockdown for, let's say, 2 months, and whenever the doors open, whenever I can go out, I am going to eat so much or buy so much stuff that I never even thought about. Like, this is called the retaliatory consumption in China. Like, we love milk tea, right? Chinese people, we love milk tea, and there's so many people saying that if I can go out, I am going to drink 10 cups of milk tea a day, something like that. I have to get it back, 10 times more. So for me, I think that online gaming, online education, e-commerce would be the three. Also, social media, online live streaming will be these four industry or business will be booming, and then the traditional business like food or transportation or like hotels and resorts will take a hit pretty bad.
How we can prepare ourselves or prepare our kids for new jobs that are coming, because definitely a lot of areas will be hit, like you said, maybe tourism, maybe food industry, travel, and there will be a lot of unemployment in these areas. So how can people prepare to change, and how we can help our kids to prepare for this different future than we maybe expected 1 year ago?
To think very differently, because this is a reality and we have to accept it. You don't sit in the corner and wait. You have to act very actively. And also for our children, it's very important for us to teach them how to establish a healthy relationship with social media, and how to teach them how to maintain a good relationship with their peers through social media or through our technology. Because right now, even though you are trapped in your home, but there's so much you can do, so much you can learn. This will be a really good time for you to, reflect on some things, in life. Like, you realize you don't really need that much clothes or purses or buying so many stuff that you don't need. That's for one. And also, there's so much you don't know, and now you have time to learn. I heard something, people saying that there's a lot of people when they say, hey, have you read that book? Oh, I don't have time to read books. Now you have time to read books, and if you don't read books, it's not about time, it's you.
Thank you very much, Nicole, for this talk today.